rural wealth. Rural wealth. Okay, we've got a real issue in our country where the propensity in every civilization throughout history is to gradually transfer rural wealth to an urban sector, to the bankers, the businesses, that sort of thing. And so the rural wealth transfer from rural to urban is the current paradigm. I mean, that's what we call the middle America flyover country. Why? There's nothing there but corn and soybeans and cows and pigs and stuff. And so the diners in the rural business close up. And it doesn't take much study of the centralized, CAFO systems to realize that when the local grain elevator closes down, the local slaughterhouse, the local businesses close down. There's been plenty of studies to show whenever a Walmart moves to town, for example, it's the death knell of something like, a dozen local businesses. It just happens over and over again. And our homesteads, what we're doing is we're bringing that wealth. Many of us are coming to our homesteads with actually urban wealth that we accumulated in the urban sector over a lifetime of whatever, a partial career. We can bring that wealth to the urban sector, and suddenly we can help keep that local diner in business. We can keep that local florist in business. We can keep that local repair shop in business, because now we've got a weed eater, a chainsaw, and a lawnmower, and a chicken picker, and we've got some things there to actually create a local economy. The rural wealth in social structure, bringing back social structure. I'm sure a lot of you here, like me, are fans of the Little House on the Prairie books. You read them especially to your daughters, and some of us to our sons as well. And that whole idea of imagining, just stepping back and appreciating the kind of social structure that they had. Imagine if instead of everybody cocooning in their houses, imagine a community getting together for a spelling bee. Everybody bring a dramatic something. A poem, a short story. And creating your own entertainment. They used to have debates. Now you can't have a debate. You have to censor the other side. And so we've closed down all this social structure that should be developed within our communities to bring that social structure in from the inside instead of having to bring it all from the outside. The average American male right now between 25 and 35 years old spends 20 hours a week playing video games. I don't know how many of them are in the basement, but 25 to 35, arguably the most virile time of a male, 20 hours a week playing video games. Imagine if that could be captured in something meaningful, including a community social event, including memorizing a poem, including finding a favorite passage out of whatever, Rudyard Kipling, I don't care, but something. And finally, this the creativity that comes. Whenever I get into a city, I always marvel at the engineering, and I'm looking at a skyscraper, or I go to the airport and I'm looking, like at Washington Dulles, and they've got those, those people movers that move up and down. Every time I get into a city, and I just wonder, wow, wouldn't it be something if we could harness that engineering capability on the farms? Imagine what we could do. We could have, self-moving eggmobiles, and we could have, timed all sorts of things. That engineer innovation, just the engineering, the technical engineering to build one skyscraper, if that were focused on, if that amount of engineering were focused on the farmland around any city, imagine the kind of cool things that could be developed on farms. It boggles the mind.